Preserving the rich and vibrant Kriol culture in Gales Point village is Emmett Young's life mission. Since his childhood, many decades ago, he has been deeply rooted in the West African practices of his forebears. They were escaped slaves who handed down much of what we know today about this people through oral tradition. Instrumental in the history of the Creoles in Gales Point Manatee is African drumming.
If you notice, we have 4 drums here, but we have 2 djembes, and we have the dondon, the gombe. This big one, traditionally in the Creole culture, would call a gombe. But I use the dondon, and this one is kinkine. Actually, these drums are played with stick, with hand, but traditionally we've been playing them with stick because they are originally from West Africa and a family of 3.
Accompanying the polyrhythmic drum beats is the call and response, a compositional technique, often a succession of 2 distinct phrases that works like a conversation in music. This style is also typical of African tradition. Leading the call is Shelley Andrewin.
Anywhere that I am and I hear my drums from afar, I always want to just come. It just calls me, and I see that it's been calling many people. As long as you hear we are about to have a samba, we don't have to invite people to the samba. The drums start rattling and everybody is coming out. So I said it's an ancestral thing that the drums is pretty unique, man. That's what I think about the music. And the songs are call and responses, and I am a caller of the song. And every time I call and hear the response, the whole crowd of people, because if I'm calling and there's like 200 people or so, everybody's answering me, and the feeling that I get, and everybody get, because I'm looking at everyone and everybody's just screaming and just acting up and like spiritual.
Enslaved Africans brought call and response music with them to the Americas, and it has been spread over the centuries in various forms of cultural expression, including religious observance. Sambai is the most unique aspect of Creole culture in Gales Point, a tradition considered a fertility dance and occurs during the full moon cycle.
We have the sambai drum, which is called the kota, and we had the bass drum, the bigger one, and some people call the big one, the bass one, segundo, but the lead one, kota and bass. But over the years, I've been teaching youths, and I realized there's a lot more to drumming, and I needed to evolve.
That evolution did not only include the further development of drumming. Sambai has also transitioned from a fertility ritual to a social event that encourages the participation of many.
About the culture and dance, the Sambai dance specifically, the kids couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. That's why we are doing it today. It used to be a fertility dance, but no, not anymore, because I'm trying, or at least we're trying to teach the youth and the kids to preserve the culture, because back then I couldn't dance because it was a fertility dance, it was a courtship dance.
Gone are the days when children were not allowed to participate in the Sambai, a solitary dance that was originally performed by men. Today, it can also be presented by women. The dancer enters a ring of drummers to perform and, when finished, points to another person who dances next. Beyond its rich cultural heritage, Gales Point has also embraced outsiders, teaching them how to live in peace and harmony.
First off, I have to say the community took me in from the late 90s and taught me so much about myself by showing me their culture. It's very rewarding to learn how to live life as humans. And a lot of times in the extra world we forget. So when you get to come down and you get to celebrate activities that are so rootsy as your culture, your drums, your stories that are coming out of these same drums, you learn a lot, you appreciate a lot, you see stuff that you haven't really gathered. So I want to help preserve that as much as possible.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.